Hello, everyone. So, Nigeria today signed a landmark agreement with a company called African Finance Corporation. I presume they provide funds for this one of these big businesses, big construction. So, it includes a 1.3 billion alumina refinery. So, obviously, I know alumina is the raw material for aluminium. So, um, so I did a bit of more digging and realized the importance of this deal. So look at it as a mini Dangote. You know, it's a 1.3 billion dollars alumina refinery. The deal also includes a nationwide geoscience mapping initiative. You know, so the new refinery will process about 1 million tons of bauxite annually. That's annually. And it is expected to operate 95% capacity for 20 years. The project benefits include an annual GDP contribution of $1.2 billion, over $25 billion in total economic value, and $8 billion in foreign exchange earnings. So let's break that down. So all of us that did chemistry, we know what bauxite is. But I'll explain that. Explain that shortly. But let's understand that this refinery is expected to operate for 20 years, and it will give Nigeria an annual GDP of $1.2 billion. So that's what we'll get annually times 20 years. So which gives us $25 billion in economic value. So for those who don't know what bauxite is, let me give you a brief explanation. Um, so alumina basically turns into aluminium. And you know, aluminum is very important for all our household items. Not only that, aluminum we know is obtained from bauxite ore. And it is very important in energy, transportation, transportation, which basically means it's used in planes. I'll explain that in a bit. Packaging, packaging, which is the aluminum we have at home, and also computers and construction. So the phones we use, some of it has got aluminium components there. So basically, the importance of aluminium in all these things I listed is its strength, you know, compared to iron. Its lightweightness. So basically, it's used in planes. Imagine all these planes, you know. Um, Aluminum is one of the things is used, and you get that from aluminum. Its predictability and it's inexpensive makes the best material to be used in aircraft manufacturing industry. So bauxite is also used in the production of high alumina cement. So it's an absorbent or catalyst by the oil industry in welding rod coatings and as a flux in making steel and ferro alloys. So I've just given you a brief chemistry 101 on bauxite, the importance of bauxite. So um, as you can see, as you know, President Tinubu is trying to um, shift away from Nigeria's reliance on crude exports, which we know is volatile due to the price is determined by world geopolitics. Um, so it's a very important shift away from crude oil, and like I said, you know, Nigeria is accelerating efforts to diversify its economy away from crude oil after the federal government signed a landmark deal to jointly fund three strategic mining projects, including 1.3 billion alumina refinery. So basically, in my previous videos, kindly subscribe to my channel. Watch my previous videos. The target for President Tinubu is a $1 trillion economy, and to get that, the federal government needs income to be coming from various sources. And I've said this in the past. The way the president is going about it is like a civil servant. We do that a lot in Nigeria. Not only civil servants, many businesses have two, three more sources of funds. You know, so that's what Nigeria is trying to do. I always use civil servant as an example because I know someone that works for the government. That person is a civil servant, but has two other side business, has a shop that sells, I'm not going to mention it, and has an online business. So that person has three sources of income. That's basically what the federal government is trying to do. Over the years, for about 50, 60 years, we've relied solely on income from oil, from crude oil. So the key now, President Tinubu is diversifying the economy to generate revenue, not only from crude oil, but from solid minerals. We've done a lot of deals, and also include agriculture as well. So Nigeria is trying to expand its sources of income. So when you have a lot of income, then the economy will grow. So subscribe to my channel for more videos of this magnitude. Thank you.